Hello, everybody, and welcome back from a sunny day here in Canada. These are the nails that I decided I wanted to do today. Very quick and easy, but pretty. So it's a little bit of a Louis Vuitton jelly kind of deal going on, and I created my own Louis Vuitton symbols, and I'm going to be using some different varieties of Swarovski crystals, as well as some pastel purple, some pastel pink, some pastel yellow, and some pastel blue, and I will be mixing those with some clear, and that's how I create the jelly nail polish for my look. So I'm only going to be painting 4 of my fingers because one of them is going to have the bling on. So what I'm going to start by doing is putting some of the color down on a backing of the nail forms, and then mix a little bit of clear so I can get that see-through color. So I don't have any actual, I guess, jelly nail polishes or whatever, so this is the easiest way for me to do it, and it actually works really good. So then once you get to the clear down, just mix it a little bit, and you can see when it's starting to become a little bit see-through, and then you can just brush it onto your nail from there. You don't really need too much because I'm only doing the one nail on each hand. You got to try to do as evenly as possible because sometimes it leaves streaks, which is my nemesis, and I really dislike when that happens. But if you're careful and you try to do good brush strokes, you should be able to get it the first time down. So that's all I'm doing here. I know it looks, the camera doesn't do it very much justice, but it's like a very light purple, and you can see it on the nails. Hopefully you'll be able to see it better in my next footage when I actually show the nails when they're all finished and everything. Just gives it a little bit of hint of color so that you're not putting a design on something, you know, like a negative background or anything like that. See, now you can see the purple a little bit on there. Just gives it that little bit of hint of color. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I just try to make sure that I get it. And you got to make sure it doesn't clump on the sides and stuff too. So that's just what I was checking there. So, and then the next color, I'm going to do the exact same process, except the pink, for some reason, always has to give me an issue and doesn't want to come out right away, you know? So it was fine when I wasn't filming, but when I am filming, you know that we're going to have disasters. So as soon as I get that out, do the same thing, add some clear. And once you get the clear in there, you just mix her up and make sure that she's clear going on the nail. And sometimes you can always add it in a little bit more clear too if you don't find it to be the shade that you like. And once you get it all mixed up, you're going to start applying it on your nail. Now I missed the ring finger because that's the finger that I'm going to be adding some of those Swarovski crystals to. So I skipped that one. So I only need 4 colors for the nails, for the background. It's a very easy design to do. I did have to do those things off camera, the Louis Vuitton stickers, because that's just very tedious and nobody really wants to see me do that. So what I did was I just drew the design on a piece of white paper and then traced over with parchment paper. And then once I got the image on the parchment paper, then I can use the nail polish and color over it so you can get your design. And then put a little bit of top coat over top of it, and then you'll be able to get it off of the nail form backing. And then I come in again now with the yellow and do the same process as the other two. Get a little bit of color down on the backing, and then a little bit of clear. Yeah, sometimes it's just way easier for me to just dump it right out of the bottle and having to wait for that drip to drip off the brush. There's always issues when I film as opposed to not, you know. I never have any disasters when I'm not filming, but leave it to me to have disasters when I'm filming. The yellow, it is very light, so I found that I had to add just a little bit more yellow just so that you could see the color show up on the nail. You can see it now. You can see the color starting to form on the nail, but it's still see-through. So that's the kind of look that I was hoping to go for. And I didn't speed any of this up. It's all in the actual real time. And then last but definitely not least, for the color of the background, will be the light blue. This time I just decided not to put down so much of the color because, you know, I'm only doing one finger, so I didn't want to waste it. And I was hoping to film this entire process from beginning to end without having to, you know, take breaks or do stuff off camera. But when I got to the crystal part of the design, yeah, that's where the disaster came in, and I was having problem after problem. For some reason, I was just not able to pick any of the crystals up with my wax pencil. I don't understand why. I had practiced it earlier, and you know, one after the other, bang, 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 no problem. But as soon as I start filming, and I've got the glue on and the whole bit, yeah, they go flying across the room. They go upside down. I can't pick them up. I glue my fingers together, you know, all that good stuff. So I got a little bit frustrated. I was trying to work through it, but then, yeah, it was just not working in my favor. So unfortunately, I couldn't do it all. But you'll see that in a minute here. So the next step now is once all the nails dry, which they dry really quickly, just put a little bit of a top coat over top so I can put my little Louis Vuitton symbols on. And I don't really have any rhyme or reason to putting them on. I just kind of pick whatever I could pick up and stick them on the nail. I try not to put the same color on the nail because then it might wash it out, but and that is one of those stylus pens. That was the only thing that I could find that actually picked these up. I couldn't even pick it up with my wax pencil. Today was just not my day for picking stuff up. So I had to wing it. I actually kind of had fun making the symbols because I got to do them in different colors and a couple of different sizes. Wasn't really sure which ones would look best, so I made the actual L and the V 2 different sizes because I just wasn't sure which one I was going to like better or which one would show up better. But they actually came out really good. The only one that I really had a problem with was, I guess, if you want to call the flower one or the square flower one, that one was a little bit tricky, especially trying to do those fine lines in between the lines. That was a challenge. So, you know, they didn't come out perfect, but they came out to the best of my ability anyway.
Bazinga! I'm Batman.
Sorry, yeah, if you just heard that. That's my game notification from my other phone. I apologize. I do love the Big Bang Theory, and I miss it so much, so it's kind of fun to hear his voice every once in a while. Bazinga! So, see what I mean? This is the beginning of me starting to drop beneath everything. Everything falls off, or it's not the way it's supposed to, or yeah. So I should have clued in with these, but I didn't. No, no, no. I still went on to the crystals, and disaster. So I do have some of the variety of crystals inside that little Mickey head there that you can see the little tray. So I've tried putting them out on the mat so I can pick them up a little bit easier. That's why you see them on the fingers there. Because I figured it would be way easier to pick them up on the mat because I didn't want to have them all go flying if I tried picking it up from the tray. And that plan didn't seem to work either. So I am trying to pick them up. I thought this would be the best way. Have them all perfectly positioned so I can just, bang, 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 pick them up one after the other. But clearly, as you can see here, they're giving me trouble with where I place them. They're drying right away. And it's just not working for me. I don't know why. I can't pick them up. They're going flying as soon as I pick them up from my pen. And it's not working for me. And if I try picking it with my finger, then I just glue my fingers together. And yeah, so eventually you'll see that I just give up and say, okay, you've seen enough. I'm going to not torture you anymore. I'll do this off camera. So, bang. There you go. I've done it off camera, and it turned out really nice, actually. I'm very quite pleased with it. I'm especially quite pleased at my jelly making talent. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and stay safe, stay healthy, stay groovy. Bye for now.